Hello fellow Shadows, welcome back to another video. So today in this video we're going to talk about how I feel, how COPPA slash COPPA, however you want to pronounce it, how I feel is essentially trying to steal his parents' jobs. Essentially. And to recap a bit, COPPA stands for Children Online Privacy Protection Act, which also means that they try to protect the privacy of kids under the age of 13. Which I'm okay with people like social media, like the internet, trying to protect the privacy of kids under the age of 13. Instagram is doing that. Where if you're a new Instagram user, you have to confirm your age. And I'm okay with that. That seems reasonable. That doesn't seem like it's crossing any lines. It seems reasonable. I will have to look more into that, but on the surface, it doesn't look bad. So here's some things that are against the COPPA guidelines for YouTube, which is like the things they say are very, very vague. Music, video games, TV stars slash shows, cartoon characters, sports, stories, toys, fantasy, arts and crafts, pets, snack food, and cereal. Okay, what type of music? What type of video games? What type of shows slash stars? What type of cartoon characters? What type of sports? What type of stories, toys, fantasy, arts and crafts, pets, snakes, snack food slash cereal? What type? They don't even tell you what type. They just are very vague. And then some languages such as fun, free stuff, whatever, games. Like, really? Like, you're going too far. Like, really going too far, COPPA. Like, if you're going to give us some guidelines that we don't want us to cross, at the very least, be specific about it. Don't be extremely vague. And then get mad at us if we break it because you were extremely vague and we didn't know what that means. And here's the thing: the reason why I said don't get mad at us if we violated it some way, because we don't know what it means. They're gonna have this thing called Kids or Not for Kids. It's going to start like December 10th, which will be tomorrow by the time I upload this. And it's gonna be, if you deem it whether your video is for kids or not for kids. And if you mismark it, if COPPA or YouTube feels like you mismark it, then they will fine you. Which, like, my thing is, why the hell do you even have kids for not for kids? At the end of the day, you're just gonna come double check us to see whether it's kids or not for kids, and then get mad at us, mad at us if you guys feel like we had mismarked it. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, that's stupid. Like, then there's not even any point of even having the kids or not for kids. And I get it. Their intentions might be pure. Protecting the people, protecting kids under the age of 13. I am up for protecting the privacy of kids under the age of 13. I really am. But as long as you don't cross the line. As far as I know, with the whole Instagram thing, COPPA's not going to cross the line or have any intention of crossing that line that should not be crossed. With YouTube, they are. And I kind of explained that in my last COPPA video I did on this channel. So, but they're essentially stealing kids, like, parents' jobs, though. But before I get into that part, why don't you, like, have the same thing as Instagram? Have it where you request the guy, like, before that person signs up, ask for that person who's making a channel age. And if they have it where their birth years under the age, like, is under 13 years, then direct them to YouTube Kids. And up until they're 13, then let them use both YouTube Kids and YouTube. Like, give them the option. But you guys aren't, which I don't see why you guys aren't. And you essentially are stealing parents' jobs away from them, because it's ultimately, the way you guys are doing it. Because, yeah, even though my suggestion might be taking parents' jobs away from them in a sense, but it's not crossing any lines. At least, if they have it where they're the year and the day are under the age of 13, drag them to YouTube Kids, and then when they reach 13, allow them to go on YouTube. That'd be more fair. I'm feeling like parents wouldn't really mind that. But essentially, one, the whole Kids for Not for Kids, you're going to push away consumers, like content creators, where YouTube will be a dead platform. Eventually, might not be right away, but eventually YouTube will be pretty much like a ghost town. And essentially, you guys are stealing parents' jobs away from parents, because it's supposed to be ultimately down to the parents whether or not they dictate what content they're comfortable with their child or children watching. Like, my mom told me that one of my siblings, because I'm the youngest out of 3, that one of my siblings called her a helicopter mom. I doubt my sibling who called her that meant that in a way to hurt my mom's feelings. Sounds like my mom gets that. My mom takes kind of like pride in that, because at least, like, even though at times it can be frustrating, her being a helicopter mom, regardless if I see it, the good in it at that moment, which I always see the good of it, her being overly protective, which helicopter mom means, or helicopter parent means being a parent that can be overprotective at times, per se. But later down the road, I can see how good it was that my mom decided to be a helicopter parent. And I even explained this YouTube thing to my mom. If my mom, who was accused of being a helicopter parent, is saying that what COPPA is doing is kind of taking it too far, then that should be saying something. And the reason why I'm more okay with the Instagram than with YouTube is because Instagram's not taking it too far. They're at least being reasonable. YouTube with the YouTube COPPA thing, they're not being reasonable here. And I've even heard, which I even said on my channel, that they're planning to first start with YouTubers YouTube channels that doesn't make YouTube money. So essentially they're going for the smaller channels, but it kind of cycles back to them eventually making YouTube ghost town. And then later, with Kids and Not for Kids, if content creators deem their content, like, for that video is, like, not for kids, and COPPA or YouTube feels like that's for kids, when the person who uploaded and recorded the video says, this is not for kids, and then they decide to say, oh, you were wrong, you lied, we feel like you mismarked it, so we're going to get you in trouble, but you have to pay. It's going to eventually make YouTube a ghost town. It really is. Like, yeah, YouTube might have its issues, some of its issues that it needs to work out of. But for the most part, I have not heard any complaints about YouTube, and for the most part, I have not had any complaints about YouTube. My only, the only real complaint I personally have to YouTube that conflicts me, involves me, outside of the COPPA thing that could involve everyone, is that they cut off streaming for people in March. So now, if you were if you had below 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, where you were streaming before, you can't stream unless if you have 1,000 subscribers. And that's unfair to people who were streaming on YouTube for a while, like me. For a while I was streaming, partially because my old phone before this, didn't let me make videos past 5 minutes. So part of the reason why I did a lot of live streams in the past on certain subjects is because my phone didn't have that storage capacity to let me. But regardless, yeah, that was the only time I really had any complaints about YouTube. Outside of that, I really never really had any complaints about YouTube personally. And I barely heard any complaints about YouTube. But seriously, I told you guys my reasoning why I feel COPPA is essentially, regardless if they say you're not stealing parents' jobs away from parents, because of how they're handling this. There's a reason why we have a mother and a father, or at least parent figures, because unfortunately it's not all of us have the luxury of knowing our parents, but we have parent figures in our personal lives where, regardless if it's our actual parents, adopted parents, or some sort of relative that takes on the parenting role, there is a reason why we have a father figure and a mother figure. YouTube does not need to take on that role as at least do what Instagram's doing. As for the age, if by the time slot they say that they register as is under the age of 13, direct them to YouTube Kids and up until they're 13, then say, hey, you can go on YouTube now. You're eligible to go on YouTube now. I don't see what the problem's that. That way, it won't really affect any YouTubers that has already made their own platform, and YouTube won't really get at least not as bad of backlash, and COPPA wouldn't get as bad of a backlash. At least with this way that I just suggested, there will be potentially more praise than backlash. So yeah, I know I didn't really talk much about how I feel about COPPA trying to steal parents' jobs, but I did kind of say that in this video, and I hope you guys understand. So I'm really hoping COPPA will come to their senses, because what they're doing is too much. They're honestly doing too much with YouTube, or what they're planning to. So what do you guys think about this whole situation? Leave a comment down below, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Have a nice day.